Hello, this video will walk you through the process for completing the VARK MI assignment. We start in Blackboard in week 7. Scroll down the page to the VARK MI assignment. This assignment uses 2 web-based assessment tools. The first is vark-learn.com. The easiest way to access this website is to hover over the link, use your right mouse button, and say Open Link in either New Tab or New Window. When I get to the VARK website, I want to click on Questionnaire. For this questionnaire, I have several options. Because these are square boxes, I can check all that apply, just as I can in Blackboard. If none of these apply, I have the option of skipping a question. I do need to answer enough questions for the questionnaire to be able to identify my preferences. As I read through these, I decide what I would like to do. I select the ones that apply, sometimes more than one, other times only one, sometimes none, in which case I can skip it. For the purpose of this video, I'll quickly randomly choose some answers so I can show you the results page. These, of course, will not accurately reflect my own preferences. You want to give it the time to actually identify so that you can use this result to help you be a better student. Once I've answered all of the questions, I click on OK. This generates for me the VARK questionnaire results page. This is the first half of the assignment that I turn in for credit. I want to highlight everything from the title down to that first line. Once I have it highlighted, I'm going to copy my results and paste them in a Word document. This is the first half of this assignment. Now when I go back to my questionnaire results, to use this information and make me a better student, I want to use the help sheets provided. So I'll click on Kinesthetic and it will show me how to be a better student. Each of the help sheets has 3 elements: how I best receive information, or intake, how I best process information, which this worksheet refers to as SWOT, or study without tears, and how I best provide information, which this book refers to as output. Now the kinesthetic help sheet requires that I move, because kinesthetic learners need to move. So I'm going to click on the bouncy ball, hold my mouse down, and move the ball to the first circle. This gives me the intake methods that work best for this type of learner. These are the things I want in the environment where I'm learning, so in the classroom if I'm in college. When I bounce the ball to the next circle, it gives me the SWOT, or study without tears method. These are the things that I can do outside the classroom, and these are particularly helpful if my style and my instructor's style don't match. These are the ways that I bridge the gap. And then I can bounce the ball over one more and I get the output process. This is how I would prefer to present information. The other help sheets are also created to match the style of learner. Auditory and read-write are both word-based, and they provide lists of information. The visual learner prefers to see things, help sheets instead. The visual learner prefers to see things in imagery or in pictures. And so you'll see the layout for the visual learner, still intake, SWOT, and output, but presented in a very different way. And that's the whole point of learning preferences, how the information is presented. Encourage you to look through all that the VARK system has to offer. You may also find that you're multimodal, in which case you prefer multiple styles. The key to using your multimodal preference to its best effectiveness is to be able to use the style that best fits for an individual class or content area. You may be more visual for math, but more kinesthetic for science, for example. Again, this is one half of the assignment. We'll go back to Blackboard now. When you look at this assignment section here, you'll see, in addition to the VARK questionnaire, additionally study the multiple intelligences. This is the second part of the assignment. This URL is not quite as convenient as vark-learn.com, so again, use the right mouse and open link in a new tab. This will bring up an assessment of Gardner's 8 intelligences. Eventually. Here we go. So this image is a little difficult to navigate unless you see this little set of 3 words here. Take a test. That's where you'll click to do this assignment. You can choose to read it in English, or if you happen to speak any of these other languages, you can hear it auditorily in those languages. We'll select English, and again I have some basic demographics. I'm from the United States, which is way down low on the list. I'm going to use this Likert scale to identify how each sentence applies to me. You do have to answer each question in this assessment. I'm going to randomly assign them again just for the speed of this video, but give a little bit of thought to what you're doing so that you get results that can actually help you. There are 4 pages, so it goes fairly quickly. And when I'm finished, it's going to give me a visual representation of my 8 multiple intelligences. You'll see there's a number in each of these. Of course, I randomly selected them, but it will be very likely that you'll have at least a small area colored for each section. But you should have some serious preferences in 1 to maybe 4 of the intelligences. In this case, music, smart, and intrapersonal are the high winners in this list. There are 2 ways to report this information. If you have a tool like Snippet, you can use that tool to highlight the part of your results that you need to submit. That'll provide just the image, and I can then paste that into my Word document. Or if I don't have a tool like that, or a print alt screen that will allow me to do the same thing, I can simply copy this line. Your answers have been saved using this secret code. If you provide that line for me, that will also serve for the purposes of submitting this assignment. Now that I have both my VARK results and my multiple intelligence results, either through the image or through this line, I will then save my document, go back to Blackboard, click on the underlined title of the assignment, scroll down below the submission box to browse my computer, choose the file I saved, verify that I clicked on the right one, the VARK results, and say Submit. Those two results have now been submitted, as is evidenced through the submission history. Again, like the VARK, I encourage you to explore the website and see what information may still be available to you. If you want, you can come back to your results page anytime by remembering that secret code. If I click on What are multiple intelligences, I get more information about each of those results. I hope you find that this assignment helps you to understand who you are both as a person and as a student, and more importantly, that it allows you some strategies to bridge any gaps that might exist between your instructor style and your own. Happy studying!